fire, fire, fire.
Why is no one talking about the female loneliness epidemic? Hello? This has gotta be bait. 20 million views? Are we okay? This has gotta be bait. Can I just say that if you put yourself out there and you say, hi guys, I'm a woman, I want to date, I bet you like 100 of them would be like, oh my god, please, I'm gonna get into your DMs. It's not that difficult. A lot of them, I'm sure there are 1s and 3s that are girls, but those 1s and 3s can find men that are 3s and 4s. If you cook and clean and you take care of the babies, it's not that difficult. Sure, it's hard being a stay-at-home wife. I'm not saying it's not. My mom was a stay-at-home wife for the most part until 2008 happened, but but like that's besides the point. She was mostly a stay-at-home wife. Women are currently the choosers. That's why nobody's talking about women. Loneliness can be cured if they just go outside and look for a dude. Women have always been choosers. Like always. That's just how it is in like nature. But I get what you're saying. I completely agree that if you just go outside and talk to some people, I think you'd probably find someone that lives in your area and talks to you about the same things that you like. Yeah. The only people, for example, the only girls that I know that don't want to date usually have really, really, really big issues. Yeah, that's about it. There's more. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Because it's not a real thing. Also, literal comments on this very post. So, like, how fucking stupid, immature can you be? Girl, you just broke up. I was freed. Wait, is this the same person? This girl broke up and made a tweet like that? Maybe it's a cry for help. Maybe they just did it for rage bait and attention so that they get more DMs. That's probably what it is. It just kind of fired into like the virus sphere. The rebound stage? Yes, yes. That's why a lot of girls go through rebound stages, because they're like, oh, fuck, I can't deal with being alone. And I understand that feeling. I do. Companionship is a need, but I feel like a lot of men are just kind of resigned to it at this point. Oh, the shackles, they break my arms. Dude, that's so good. Oh god, I'm just so trapped. I love SpongeBob memes. The close-ups are so good. Oh jeez, that's very good. Well, I'm single because I actually want a legitimate relationship, and most men in my experience are non-committal. Hold on. Can we play a game for a second? If I hover over this and I see OF or Fansly, I'm gonna cry. Oh, okay. All right. I spoke too soon. Brow artist. Well, your brows are on fleek, woman. Non-committal. But you're choosing for non-committance, in my opinion. Like, you can always say off the bat, you're like, I'm looking for a long-term relationship. If you're looking for situationships and then realizing that they don't want anything beyond that, I feel like that's just a bit your fault. You are allowed to have shit taste, you just have to have some self-awareness to it. Sorry, not sorry. Single women above the age of 30 are not happy women. Most of them cry regularly and wish they had a husband. This is a simple fact that no amount of coke can change. Women did not evolve to be alone. I think this is a bit of a strong thing to say. I don't think all women above the age of 30 cry regularly and wish they had a husband. But most of them do. Most. Not all. Most. Loneliness is very much a symptom of a disease. You need someone to share and vent your woes with, and you can't do that with other girls as a girl. You can, but it's usually surface level and very artificial. I've told this story about a girl that I thought that was my friend. This was before VTubing, so like don't try and like, oh my god, it's this VTuber. It's not. They vent to you and then they don't want to talk to you about anything else, and then they don't and then they don't want to hang out and like do stuff. Unless you're gay. I've never had like a gay friend that I could vent to. Or like a gay friend that I could just like talk to. I've had gay friends in school, but I think it's very vital for like for you to find a girl, as a girl, another girl, to find another woman that you can be friends with without someone feeling like they're threatening you or using you as like a venting, trauma dumping sponge. Like, have you ever experienced that where if you as a man, have you ever experienced someone trauma dumping on you that was a man specifically? Not a woman, a man. Yes, way too often. Yeah, all the time. Nope. Yes. No, a man, no. Nah. Yes, but close friends. Yes, no. Okay, I said like 40% no and like 60% yes. Yeah, as a retail worker? Oh my god. Close friends doesn't count. Like, I meant like surface level friend that's super trauma dumping on you and you don't want to talk to them anymore to that extent. I'm not talking about like a friend that you've talked to for a long time. Yes, then no. Like twice. Absolutely not. What is trauma dumping? Trauma dumping is when like bad things happen in your life and when you're friends with someone and the only reason they talk to you is to vent to you about their problems and then they don't talk to you outside of anything else. Yeah. Talk about your problems. No, I think talking about your problems is fine. It's just that if it's the only feature you have and the friendship that you are trying to cater with or like cater to between two people, that's when it's a problem. I have no problem with listening to a friend that's like, oh my gosh, my dog died. Do you want to like get a coffee later or hang out and play some video games? That's fine with me. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. But like, if you only come to me and you're like bitching all the time, I think that's an issue. 100%. 100%. I think that's very unhealthy. And in my experience, just like in real life, a lot of girls tend to do that. I don't know. My dog died, let's go grab some burgers. Well, you have to like, I've offered solutions of like distracting a person going through something really badly by playing video games or taking them out to eat or doing something fun, and then they refuse and want to keep trauma dumping on them, and I'm like, bro, like I'm trying to help you. But anyway, I went down a tangent. Let's go on to the next thing. What is this? Oh, Jesus. What is this? Female loneliness epidemic. I'm so lonely. True. Your options being man who wants you to be his mom, man who wants you to be his sex doll, man who wants you to be his maid, man who wants you to be his mommy sex doll maid. All of the above. Man who seems weirdly into your particular ethnic background, all of whom are broke. Girl, I think you need to pick better people. I'm sorry, Man who wants you for sex, but will never be able to get it up. What? Man who seems actively out to murder and assault you and your Chad, who are you dating? Who are you dating that wants to assault your... What? Man who seemed promising at first, but upon first meeting will reveal with absolute earnest that he's an actual neo-Nazi. Guys, pattern recognition, man. I am so sad that people like this exist when they have to... When they try to find someone, and then they keep picking the same people over and over again, and then they don't realize, like, hey, maybe I'm the problem. Now this is trauma dumping, oh for sure, but this is at least online. This isn't like to a singular person. Man who, apropos of your own input, admit that he is primarily attracted to teenage girls. You're dating pills? What? A man who has eyes not on you but on your best friend Bane who's married. Man's trying to talk you into a threesome with his clearly uncomfortable wife. Guys, we have got to get a grip. We have got to get a grip, man. This is not okay. You can't trauma dump like this and then expect people to agree with you. People don't experience this. Oh my god, man. Cheese and crackers, dude. Let's check out Twitter today. This is so simply drawn, I love it. Why is no one talking about the female loneliness epidemic? Hello? Blocked replies. Just broke up with her boyfriend. It's for attention. I think this was like that epic rage bait that went viral. This person's absolutely right. It's just so angry. Like, grrr, grrr. Chat, have you ever seen a girl in high school break up with her boyfriend and then it's like the drama from school that everyone's talking about? This reminds me of this. And they're like, oh my god, my boyfriend is so bad. Like, oh my god. I saw it 100 times in school. 100%. I'm a femcel, but also I have lots of sex and I just broke up with my boyfriend. Oh. What the hell? Oh my god, we're not even through it, chat. We're not even done. Literally thousands of men in your DMs. Stop acting you're alone. Yes, chat. If a man does this and says, oh my god, can we talk about the male loneliness epidemic? How many people do you, how many women and men do you think that, like, DM them? Maybe to, like, play a video game with, but probably, like, 1 or 2. With 20 million impressions, I think it would be a lot. 2.5, 3, 0, -2. Maybe 2 desperate motherfrickers. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a double standard. And not even like a double standard that's really like girls' fault. That's just how nature works. Oh, we got the same picture. This is a nice picture too. Girls on Twitter be like, I'm so lonely. Again, if you want to complain about being lonely, there's usually something wrong with you. You're the problem. You can be epically ugly and hide behind a VTuber model, such as myself, but I'm not going around posting about how I'm lonely and sad and I want a Pepe KMS. I'm good, I'm chilling, I'm streaming, I'm talking to boys every day, I'm cool. We're never lonely. That's right! I'm not lonely. I have chat though. That's what I do. Exactly. Butterface. Exactly. Chat knows. Okay. I have a theory that there's a growing number of women that want to be approached, but a decreasing number of men that are willing to approach. Maybe this is obvious, but I'm kind of slow. Yeah, I would say so. Because men have been told that if you're approaching a woman in, like, DMs about, like, dating online, I feel like that has become such an issue because of all the people that say, oh, you're such a gross creep, get out of my DMs, even though I just made a tweet about female loneliness epidemic. Yeah. Get insulted 200 times for starting a conversation, you'll stop starting? Yeah! Again, there's a very big difference if you're just a girl online and you're minding your own business, or for example, if you're a married woman and then people are like DMing you and saying, I want to your pussy and I want to marry you so bad, leave your fucking stupid husband for me. Like, that's over the fucking line. Like, stop. Like, get a grip, man. I think that's extremely inappropriate, and that's when I think that you're going over the line of like, hey, I'm lonely and I want to talk to a female, where you're actually unironically being a sex pest. If you're the person you're talking to is into that, like, sure, go ahead, or they're like open to it, but Jesus. Where else is he supposed to not in a married woman's DMs that's clearly happily married, probably. Anything else? My biggest word of advice to men that want to DM people that are clearly not interested is go and jack off. Go beat your schmeed, and then go and type and like message and see if you feel the same way. Yeah, like just think about it, take a chill pill, and then come back to it, and then if it's the feeling is that strong, okay, maybe you feel a little bit less strong about it. Post the clarity. No, it works. For sure. Just chill. If I was dating today, I'd be terrified any pickup line I used on a woman would come back in 10 years and his accusation of inappropriate conduct, because that's what society seems to be telling these men. And at work, if you make even a slightly passing comment, I've seen it myself. If you make even a slightly passing comment, if you're like a mildly unattractive dude, like you're a 3 out of 4, women will generally like freak out at you. Would you date Asmon? Like, would you go on a date with him not knowing he's a millionaire? What the fuck? No, I don't want to date Asmon. What a weird question to ask. Anyway, yeah, chat, for the record, I don't want to date Asmon. I'm good. But would you? No! Anyway, good lord. What were you talking about? Ah, yes. I've seen it firsthand with men getting told off at work for making passing comments on girls. Not even saying weird, creepy shit at work, being like, do you want to get a coffee together? And they're like little, like they're putting like their fingers together, being all like cute. Yeah. They're like, oh, do you want to get a coffee? And then boom! HR involved! Boom! Don't hit on coworkers, chat. I think you should at least try once. I know I might get a lot of shit for this, but if you hit on a girl and you say like something really polite, saying something like, hey, do you want to get some coffee sometime? And they say no, don't bug them and say, oh my god, should I try again? Don't do that. At work? No. HR now is so strong. I saw it firsthand. Like I said, I saw a guy asking a girl for coffee and then he got written up the next day, and I'm just like, I mean, if I say no and then you keep coming back, then I'll probably say something to HR, because I said no, I'm not interested, leave me alone. But there's a big difference with saying no once and saying no multiple times. I had a mid-20s woman try to get me fired for not dating her. I was 17. Cheese and crackers, dude. I think that should be like a crime, like a minor infraction, like written up or something. That's horrible. If that's true, I am so sorry to hear that. That's actually gross as fuck. That's borderline grooming, in my opinion. Actually, no, it is grooming. It is grooming, because you're 17, you're at work, and then she tried to get you fired. Oh, you're just 17 and a half. Happened to my friend at 17 too. That's disgusting. Ew. Ew, why would you want to date a 17-year-old when you're like in your 20s? I'm assuming like mid-20s, but still. Gross. There's definitely like an age gap thing. Yeah, the power dynamic, like, oh yeah. You wanna date me? I'm like older than you. No one cares if it's a hot woman. I do think there's definitely a really cringe double standard with men's mentality of wanting to date a older woman when they're like 16, 17, 18 years old and they're getting groomed in that age range to be with that woman. Like, people will say, oh, you're dating a 17-and-a-half-year-old when you're a man? Straight to jail. But with a woman, there's like a small minority of men that are like, oh my god, that's so hot. I wish she was like my teacher. Yeah. Small minority. I've seen it in my comment section where people are like, oh my god, I wish I was at school. And I'm like, dude, you're such a sick f***, man. You would freak out if it was a 17-year-old girl, but for some reason, when you're the one in that position, you don't even think twice about the circumstances of your situation. How it's like the same thing, but you're a boy. It's not. You're still getting groomed. Yeah, my favorite. What are you, gay? Why are you such a pussy? God. And I'm like, that's actually that's like a real thing that people say. They're like, oh, what are you, gay? Anyway, enough talking about how women are the pickers and how men should, how men are kind of in terms of approaching women. Frick women!
Oh yeah.